after this?
Yeti and Mars.
Oh, yeah, they're sitting down right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Two excellent players, man. By the end of Smash 4, Yeti was pretty much my favorite player. Bringing a lot of sauce with that Mega Man.
So much sauce.
Toon Link on the side.
Sauce.
Yeah, and he's got like 20 characters that he can play at a really proficient level. So this guy's really fun to watch. You can just see he kind of knows the ins and outs of your character as well because he's probably played them and probably been pretty good with them. Of course, hailing from Minnesota. And then we've got Mars recently picked up by Panda Global.
God bless. Thank you, PG.
Yeah, the PG dude's going strong right now. We've also got Esam in attendance. I would imagine he's likely to pop up somewhere along the way on the stream. But either way, it's going to be Mega Man and Zero Suit Samus. So we're going to see this heavy rush down, try to get the crazy combo finishers type of character in Zero Suit versus a very tame zoning-based character in Mega Man. But of course, the way Yeti plays, sometimes it feels like he just suffocates you, using his projectiles as more of a pressure tool.
And the one thing I was talking to Mars about yesterday is, because of course Mars does have a multitude of characters, right? We're more familiar with the ZSS and the Ike sometimes, but Mars also does have a Mega Man. But he was telling me, I was playing Yeti and Mega Man Devs yesterday, I was getting bodied, so I'm definitely not bringing that out.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot Mars does have this character under his belt as well. He's also got Ike and I believe Greninja he's been picking up a bit.
He's been smoothing with them a little bit. He likes them a lot.
Yep. So we've got Midwest versus New England here. Two regions that are looking really strong in the early days of Smash Ultimate. And Yeti, a dude that we've seen perform really well within the Midwest, but he hasn't made his way outside of the Midwest too much, other than I think Genesis was real, and he did really well there too.
And I do like the pressure that Mars is exerting off stage versus Yeti because Mega Man's recovery, I mean, it's like pretty good, but it's not like he has a hitbox or anything. So it makes all the sense to go out there and try to hit him, reset the scenario, maybe just straight up kill him. He's at 150, goes out there with the Plasma Whip, can't find the KO, but Mars is hunting him down. And it's surprising to me because this is completely different than what he told me yesterday. He said, you know what I'm going to do against Yeti? I'm going to camp him out. I don't want to deal with this character. Mega Man is mad annoying. In his words, not mine.
Right.
So the fact that he's actually playing as aggressive as he can be is, woo!
That was
163?
Beautiful. The up throw, yeah, so much stronger in this game than in Smash 4 and Brawl. That move is really dangerous now.
And especially with the quickness that he executes it, no pummel, no time to get your DI out.
Exactly.
Does it.
Can't even think about what you're going to do, where you're going to go after that throw. But man, it's interesting that you say Mars is trying to camp Yeti out, you know, as his general game plan, because it just seems like Zero Suit doesn't have the tools to compete with Mega Man's 6 or 7 projectiles, however many it is.
And Leaf Shield, once again, I mean, it's not like if you're a commentator and you're watching Mega Man, you don't talk about Leaf Shield at least once. Like, come on, man. That move was oppressive.
I've been failing you guys.
That's oppressive. Like, that move, we talk about it every single day of the week, but it just has so much to offer. Especially now, I've been seeing on Twitter that there are conversions off of Leaf Shield that you can use against the smash attacks even now. Yeah,
with the dash attack canceled item throw. It's pretty ridiculous. But that said, I feel like counterplay against Leaf Shield's pretty underdeveloped. You just have to wait it out, and he'll be forced to throw it. So either you block the whole thing, hope you don't get shield poked, or just avoid him and whiff punish it, and you'll be doing a lot better. It's not wise to go up there and challenge him, get anywhere near him during that move.
Here we go. Get some jabs, push him off stage, set up a ledge trap, and just jump off the ledge and leave shield, baby. Doesn't matter if you're on the left side of me, the right side of me, I'll make sure I'm covering all my options. And that's another reason why it's such a good tool, right? You don't really have to think super much about it. The moment you connect with your opponent, you just let it ride.
I feel like so much of Yeti's damage on this stock has been at the behest of Leaf Shield.
Wow, and I'm actually surprised that Mars had no fear that he had the Crash Bomber on him. He didn't even stop to shield or anything. It can't quite get these hits off stage. Yeti, no!
Oh, no fear whatsoever from Mars, but you see his own bravery come back to haunt him. We're going to see Yeti yet again just stuff him with this Leaf Shield. Zero Suit, a character who is always on the move. It is kind of a bit easier to clip her up with that. Just make her take little bits of damage at a time. You know, no more than 10, I'd say, per usage of the Leaf Shield.
Catches the Metal Blade, doesn't get it to connect. Could probably confirm something cheeky if then.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Down smash, yep. Oh, no!
Overshooting him for the forward smash. I feel like maybe up B
That's what I thought
could have been a bit easier.
But, you know, Mars, I'm sure, had his reasons for doing that. Still trying to find this KO, only 19%, so not too far behind. Hasn't been able to quite guess correctly in these ledge trapping scenarios, though. Hasn't found too much mileage. Yeti, well, you see, because last time that killed, but he had rage on him before.
Yeah, a lot more rage. I think he was around the 130
30-ish, yep.
Yeah. And there we go. The side B Plasma Whip going to be the KO right there. So much stronger in this game than in Smash 4 in terms of knockback. Also got the option to bring them in with it at the tip.
Kind of set up for the juggle scenario. But Yeti is on the offensive, man. Like, you would think Mega Man is kind of like one of those sit back and throw projectile characters. But in general, I feel like Mega Man's always been more of the mid-range projectile character, right? Like, he can't sit at full screen. But Yeti, especially with the tools that Mega Man now has in this game and how they've been upgraded, he's just running at Mars. And Mars is like, damn, bro, I wasn't ready for this. That forward smash almost ending the game. Oh, deuces, Shoryuken!
That was nuts, man. Just catching the air dodge right in front of his face. I feel like a lot of players do fall back on that directional air dodge, whether it's high up or near the ground, just to try to throw their opponent off and prevent them from picking up another juggle hit or something, right? It's kind of their last out, but Yeti all over it, just going to send him to the skies. And that was a pretty solid game one. Not dominant or extremely convincing one,
See, I was a little scared.
It was very good.
Because I feel like the end of it is what kind of had my perspiration begin, right? That's when I started sweating.
Yeah.
Because for Mars, you know, that first dog looked actually pretty good for him.
Yep.
And then Yeti was able to bring it back. But then toward the end, Yeti was at very low percent. Like, I feel like maybe not super convincing victory, but it definitely looked comfortable for Yeti, and it definitely looked as if Mars was struggling to find some answers a little bit. We'll see if this game 2, he's able to make those adaptations, but Yeti is looking strong thus far.
I love how he just gets in his face with the neutral airs, lands, still able to fire a couple more pellets, and it's just so difficult for Mars to respond to that. Zerosuit, a character who's typically not been great out of shield, just got boost kick, which is nice and fast, but slow grab, aerials that don't exactly hit low to the ground when you're rising with them. So it can be difficult, especially against a pretty short character like Mega Man. But here we go, this is where Mars is gonna shine. Oh,
yo!
Taking him out. And I feel like in Smash 4, he could have survived that just because of the angle that boost kick hits at. But in this game, that looked like it was absolutely curtains. Who said that combo was dead?
Yeah, there's always a spot for it, right? You saw him, and especially the way that Mars gets his conversions is very Smash 4-esque. You have to make sure you line it up so that you get your falling up air on the platform so that your opponent's in enough hit stun that when you go for the next up air, they can't just air dodge out. And that's exactly what Mars did there, was able to confirm into that boost kick basically in the blast zone. We could barely even see them.
Exactly. Just a general tip for players who are looking to pull stuff off like that. The closer to the ground you are when you initiate that last aerial, minimizes the time between you and hitting them and being able to act again. So that's exactly what Mars did right there. We're going to see a lot of these falling up airs from characters like Zerosuit, Captain Falcon, what used to be Cloud's up air.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
Sign
peace,
Cloud.
Cloud. Oh. But with that said, Mars, you know, once again, he got the first stock last game as well. But with the way that set ended, rather that game ended, not the set, sorry, excuse me, Yeti was still able to find himself on top, but Mars looking like, especially with this stage as well, to his aid, giving him more options off the ledge and with a better spot to juggle just in general, he's looking a lot more comfortable versus Yeti.
Mars continuing to string these up airs. This is looking the best that Mars has been in this set so far, but we've got a lot more Smash to play, of course. It's only 1-0. Mars takes this game. We're going to play at least 4 here.
Right. And I remember even in Smash 4, one of the ways you'd see Mega... Oh, that's going to hurt. That is going to hurt. That is going to hurt.
Not going to go over the fancy stuff, you know, the dash through him. I've seen Mars and Nairo do that in Smash 4 a lot. It seemed like, you know, in that Game 1 situation where that happened, it might have just been that Mega Man's so heavy he didn't go forward enough out of the down smash. Either way, here we go. Mars pressed to the edge, 190%. I feel like forward throw will kill him. Back throw, up throw. Wow. Yeti may have been able to just close him out with a different throw that wasn't cross stage, but I'm not sure. Oh, fair though. Just gonna slice him up. That move's so much stronger in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We're gonna see it. Yes. Oh,
man, I
he
thought
wanted it.
Yeah, you know, you can see he went for it. He went for it. And there he goes again. But no confirm. Tries to go for the Z drop into a grab. I like the setup from Yeti, but couldn't quite find it either there. Trying to work his way in. Mars a full stock ahead. So, you know, I was saying, I was sweating a little bit from Mars in the last game, but this time around, counter pick, I think he picked the best possible stage, almost closing out the game right there, had that been the sweet spot of that flip kick.
We're seeing Mars just brute force his way through the pellets with neutral airs. Gonna clank them out. Oh, trying to catch him rising with that forward air. I like that. A lot of active frames on that move, being that it's 2 hits. Not gonna pan out that time, but still looks like he's in full control of this match. Got a firm grasp on game 2 here. Oh, catching the down tilt. I think the slant might have had something to do with that because Yeti was a little more elevated.
Right, I agree.
Yeah. Normally that move slides under aerials so well, but Mars taking advantage of the terrain. Yeti perhaps a bit unaware there.
Yeah, especially for a move like, I mean, we were talking about earlier how Samus's aerials, or well, ZSS, not Samus, excuse me, but they don't hit super low, right? Like generally, you have to kind of fast fall, then do it. And Mars, of course, is perfectly used to that, but for Yeti, he might have thought he was just going to go ahead, slide right into the DMs, and then boop, right in the head to watch your mouth.
Got hit with the don't accept the message request right there in the rot box right now.
That was seen at, what time is it? 302.
All right, here we go. It's going to be Pokemon Stadium 2 again. Up smash, back air, man. I love that up smash just gets you these combos. For Zero Suit Samus, down throw, back air, clean from Yeti. This guy's just exchanging blows right now. See that early mid% game going how it normally does, and I love the crash bomber for the extra spice. Oh, and a forward air, man. There's like, jeez, dude. That's like a Hot Ones, you know what I'm saying? That, when they eat the crazy sauces
they get the hot sauce. It's 2 million skull vials on that back air.
Yeah, it looks like Yeti is completely unfazed.
And what a way to start off the game. Mars going to have to immediately try to bring this back. You know, it's a little bit of a detriment to your mentality when a game starts off like that. You're fresh off a win, and that is easily a momentum killer.
Mega Man with a stock lead too, so threatening. Doesn't have to go near you, doesn't have to cross that mid-range threshold if he doesn't want to. There's no pressure on Yeti to make a move forward.
Man, Yeti is just kind of circularly moving around these platforms. Wow, that back air, I feel like killing at the perfect percent. I feel like, you know, 1 or 2% earlier, and he might have been able to survive that. But Mars finding the hit he needs, just immediately leaves shield out of the hit stun from that bury. I love the option, well, not the option select, but the option that he chose.
Right.
From Yeti.
The option that was selected.
Yes, exactly.
Yo, that's like the Yoshi Nair out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if you have the time to get this out, your opponent's going to get a little frustrated by it. Mars trying to string up air into back air there. Could have been some nice stage control for him. Of course, Yeti's percent still not in the red yet. But Mars, he's climbing there himself.
Yeah, and it's getting kind of hard for Mars to find his hits on the way in. We've seen a lot of preemptive forward air coming out from Yeti to kind of stuff out Mars' approach. And it's hard because, you know, we mentioned it again earlier, he has to kind of fall and do these aerials. So if Yeti's able to scout that out, he's easily able to get some damage for himself.
And being that Mega Man's short, that means extra time to react to the falling aerial as well. Definitely worth pointing out. Oh, and he couldn't get that grab. I don't think up throw would have been anywhere near killing right there, but still would have been some advantage safe for Mars.
Oh, wow. I love that conversion from Yeti. That was cute. Getting a 3-piece.
The Swordnado right there.
Oh, my God. The forward smash as well. Yo, he might end his career. I was getting scared for Mars. I could feel momentum swinging heavily into Yeti's favor.
That forward smash pretty significantly buffed from Smash 4 as well. I believe it lost a lot of ending frames. And as a result, we're seeing it be a great whiff punish for landings from Mars, right? If Yeti knows he's not in range of being able to hit him himself, just send that on over, and no matter how lagless your aerial is, it's still probably going to get caught on your way down by Mega Man's forward smash.
Now, granted, in this game, Zero Suit isn't as explosive as she was before, right? Having all this rage isn't going to mean she's going to ladder combo you off the top, but she does still have it to an extent. If she finds like a Nair flip kick around like 60% by the ledge, that'll be it for Yeti. So Yeti still has to sweat, can't get too comfortable. I know Mars is definitely capable, and we've seen him make comebacks like this before.
Yeah, in Smash 4, I would definitely be sweating in this situation right now if I'm Yeti, but here it's a little bit more tame. Wow, okay, and that up air, man, just such a reliable move. It seems like air dodging out is a lot more difficult now, and it's going to clean up game number 3 for him, put himself back in the lead in the set.
Yeti getting himself ahead. I feel like for a lot of people, they may have not expected this, right? I feel like a lot of people kind of assumed that it would be a somewhat easy ride to winner semis for Mars, Cosmos, MV, and ESAM. Clearly, results-wise, the highest seeded players at this event. For sure, Mars still sticking with the Zero Suit Samus though. No switching to Ike, no switching to Mega Man, no switching to Greninja even. Feels fairly confident that this character can do it. Just needs to make a few more adjustments and go into the Triplats, which I think is going to be a good decision for him overall. Yeah,
Mars, one of the few ZSSs left. Of course, we saw Nairo switch off the character for mostly Palutena, but he's still got the Zero Suit in his back pocket. But Mars loyally maining her, got him all the way to first place at Collision last weekend. And he's, of course, trying to replicate that here, but Yeti standing in his way. Just this iron wall, literally, of projectiles, leaves, lemons. It'd be grass and steel if you were a Pokemon.
Yeah, you really... Oh, man, that platform, I feel like, stopped him from getting that boost kick. I'm not sure. Maybe just did it a little bit too early. Either way, unable to confirm what might have been the KO there, but still, with a healthy percent lead thus far, Mars, especially last game, had his first stock obliterated and never really was able to catch up. This time around, he's doing a little bit better. Is maintaining a slight lead for himself, might be able to pull ahead here, but Yeti has been playing so well.
Just can't be reaching too far for the follow-ups either. Mega Man, not the best character at escaping strings. He doesn't have something like a Yoshi Nair other than Leaf Shield. He still has a little bit more startup. So we're going to see if Mars can stick the pressure to him. Being here on a tripod stage like Yoshi's story, it's going to be a bit easier for him. I'd say just create those choke points. Make sure Yeti can't touch the ground, can't get his projectiles set up.
Ooh, gets hit by a lemon there, but that's going to be fine. Not a lot of hit stun on those either. But for Yeti, I mean, oh my god, Burry, not going to get much off of that, though, at like 16%. Yeti's just been so good at his recovery. Mars has gone off stage time and time again and has yet been able to confirm an early KO off an edge guard. Yeti has been mixing him up time and time again, whether he does up B in a jump or up B in an air dodge. He's been mixing up the timing and is often so well that Mars has been unable to quite figure out how to close out the stock a little bit earlier.
Yo, you know what I just realized when Yeti parried that neutral air about like 8-10 seconds ago? Because Zero Suit has to fall with their aerials like that, it's a lot easier to parry and not even necessarily react, but just predictably let your shield go. Very similar to fighting against Ike. So we could see Yeti employ a bit more of that parrying, just make her very safe aerials, otherwise a bit less safe.
And we see it again. We saw Mars go for that Nair to flip kick, and I don't know if it's because of the like slightly higher platforms on Yoshi's that's making him miss that conversion. But once again, unable to find it. Still, though, he's been able to maintain a fairly steady lead. But one thing that I am noticing is that Mars is generally known for being the boost kick master, right? But in a matchup like this, it's pretty hard for him to find a scenario where Yeti's doing something on his shield that's so close where he's able to do that. Exactly.
This character doesn't have to be anywhere near you, so you're not going to see a lot of those Shoryus come out. Of course, the foot Shoryu.
Yeah, the foot Shoryu, I like that.
Oh, there we go. That'll be a stock, I believe. No, Mega Man, thick boy right here. Gonna hang on. I like that. Mars knowing that he probably would have gone up. Scouted out that air dodge, but unsuccessful. Oh, the trade of a lifetime for Mars right there. Picking up another stock. Wants to bring this to a game 5 at all costs right now. Drifting through with the neutral air dodge. Gets away from the up air. Oh, okay. I think that was just one input.
Yeah,
for the parry,
and then it just sends us a multi-hit. Looks cooler than it actually was, but now taking Mars. Yo, one hit of the pellet, though? That could have been like a forward smash or something. That could have been a KO confirmed for Yeti, but Mars now getting a little bit more percent, and Yeti, being Joey Wheeler's favorite card, the Flame Swordsman, still unable to get the KO, but as I say that, puts up the, no, they're like the sparklers, right?
Hey, you.
4th of July.
Have you seen my flame sword?
That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good.
Just going to keep throwing the projectiles. One day I'll do a whole set as Joey Wheeler, but it looks like Yeti is building this one back. Only 8% down, and now 1%, 1.1. This has all of a sudden become such a tight game after Mars was leading for the majority of it.
Yeah, Mars, I feel like...
Oh, you're crazy, Mars!
Let's go!
He's still got
an
up B and an air dodge and a wall jump if he had to.
That was nuts, though. Because it looked like he finally got the offstage play that he was looking for. Finally managed to find a boost kick as well. Not going to KO, but Yoshi's does have this kind of smaller side blast ones a little bit.
Oh!
Boom!
And the slant, making sure that that forward smash hit low enough.
Only the second hit, too.
Yeah,
I don't even think the first hit connected.
It's clean.
Yeah, and for Mars, I feel like the pressure was completely on him, right? Like, the onus was on him to make sure that he got that W. Because for Yeti, he could have confirmed that, and that would have been a 3-1, you know what I mean? Mars was on the edge of getting sent to losers, but was able to hold out. Yeti now, one more shot to take a game off of, I'd argue, a top 10 player. Or if not very close,
Mars
definitely
is very
top
close,
15. His head-to-head versus what I'll call the projected top 10 is actually insane. Like, he has very, in fact, I'll whip it up.
He's got sets on Light, he's got sets on Nairo. Pretty much everybody that he's encountered more than one time, he's got to win on. You know, he may have lost them as well, but scoring that W is very important. So we're going to see this go to a game 5. Things are getting intense here. Only one of these two can make it to the top 8 of this bracket on winner's side, and they're both certainly qualified candidates for it. We're going to see exactly who it is that breaks on through to the other side.
Yeah, just looking at the people that Mars has gone up against in the top 10, the only person, well, quote-unquote top 10, the only person he has losing record to right now is the Buzz.
Wow.
1-2.
1-2, yeah, from Overclock, man. They played 3 long, grindy sets there. And even though DeBuzz came to grands on the loser side, Mars just couldn't close it out on him. It's the Overclock curse that he's had to deal with. But here at Full Bloom, there is no curse for Mars. I think this is his first time attending this series as well. So he's looking to make quite the name for himself, at least within the scope of this event. We already know he's got a name for himself otherwise.
Oh, man, Yeti's recoveries, man, they're so good. Because fighting against Mars is like fighting a shark in the water when you're off stage. You can see the fin, you know what's coming, and how do you get out? Somehow Yeti is able to find his way to shore every single time.
You know, I just want to issue a quick potential correction to what I said last game about how the slant of Yoshi's story made the F smash hit low. I believe she can also angle the second hit in this game, so it could have been a mixture of the two, but it did look like the terrain helped too. Either way, unfortunate end for Yeti. Oh, and he's going to bite right back with that up tilt. Here we go, game 5, 2 stocks apiece, even flow in this match. Shouts to Pearl Jam.
Yeah,
you guys are fans. Great song.
You know, the moment I say Yeti finds his way to stage every single time is the one moment he doesn't. But with that said, man, you said it best, right? We have ourselves as close as the game can be. 2 stocks apiece, and Mars trying to hunt down Yeti. Yeti doing a good job of bossing him out. Forward air, forward air, forward air, going to choke for the connect. But finally, a nair to boost kick, not boost kick, flip kick conversion from Mars, able to close out a stock early. And that's kind of the swing that makes it very hard on your mentality if you're Yeti right now. It's like, crap, that's not what I wanted in my game 5. I avoided that all set. And now, of all times?
Man, I was just talking about how even the set was. Take a sip of coffee, and all of a sudden, Mars just blasts Yeti downward. Oh, another big opportunity? No, gonna fall out of the second hit of that forward air. That is an unfortunate, frequent happening for Zero Suit Samus players, but you gotta adapt. Gotta keep rolling, and I don't think Mars is gonna let that phase him. Either way, Yeti just looking great in the time since he's respawned.
Yeah, it doesn't seem phased at all, to be honest. And I love the way that Yeti is using every single option that he has the best that he can. He's using a hard knuckle as not only his kill option, but also as an anti-air, right? He uses his forward tilt in the jump to safely space things on shield. And right there, he's even pushing his opponent off stage. That was so close!
Smart.
That was so close!
It looks like the invulnerability on that flip jump is what saved Mars, but not going to save him for too much longer. Yeti responding immediately. We're going to see the leaf shield. Yep, still got the metal blade in hand, and the damage keeps on coming. If that up air hit, it would have been so much.
The damage, though, on leaf shield, that was a quick 50%. Mars getting a little bit of a juggle scenario, but Yeti has more or less brought this back.
Use the directional air dodge as a last resort, and we saw that's what got Mars killed. In the first game, is he dead? Yes, he is, and that's Mars going to top 8 here in the Midwest. Yeti's home turf. Of course, we're not quite in Minnesota, but over here in Indiana, you know, still considered the same sub-region, even though it's like 13 states.
The limp noodle, though? That Zaire just lets it out. It's like a pool noodle. You just kind of wave it out.
Yeah, man.
You know, just doing a little bit like that, and then just right into the boost kick. Mars knowing all kinds of conversions with this character. Consider me impressed, man. I definitely didn't expect the set to end with something like that.
And that's your boy, man. He's from your region, too, so he's still even surprising Flambo here.
Bro.
That's how you know Mars has got the juice, man. He's a great player. We're really seeing him just come into his own in Ultimate. In Smash 4, of course, he was the top 15 player for much of the game's lifespan. You know, lowest he ever got was like 26th or something on the PGR, and that's just a mark of an extremely consistent and smart player. Now, even though his character has seen some nerfs, it just seems like he's hitting it, man. He's hitting his groove, and it doesn't look like much is capable of stopping him. So we'll be seeing him in the top 8. You said that he's going to play against Cosmos?
Cosmos.
Oh, teammates going up against each other, not only in doubles, but on Panda Global as well.
It's hard to avoid, honestly, when you got 3 of them at this tournament.
And plus, when you're seeding the event, right, you're probably like, they're not on the same team. We could have them playing top 8, right? And then all of a sudden, they roll that announcement out, and you're like, oh, oops. But, of course, again, like you said, there's 3 of them, all slated to make top 8. Esam being the 3rd, as he steps up right now, he's going to be going